Welcome to the More Phenomenal podcast. We talk all things Power Rangers, including action figures, comics, movies, and more. I'm
More.
Doug. We're joined with my co-host Mac and Caitlin. What's up?
What up? What up?
What's up?
Actually a lot. We got a lot to cover today.
I know. Are we doing the Hasbro stuff today?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So last week we were gonna do it, and then life happens, and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of a super show.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the Fan Fest, and then a three-parter, which was
Wow, look at all that.
yeah.
It was
The
So
longest
much.
motorcycle
podcast.
cross ride race.
Yeah, like an ATV race.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
It
get
didn't-
into it.
We'll get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hasbro Fan Fest. Did you
Ah.
follow any of this, guys?
I did.
I just
You
saw
did,
it from
Mac?
like your guys' posts.
Well, I didn't watch the live stuff, but I was following it from work. Like I watched all the updates happen.
Any non-Power Ranger things that caught your eye?
Well, there hasn't been like a trailer for Snake Eyes yet,
Mm,
or like official images of them, but they released the figures.
mm.
So it was sort of cool because it was like, all right, we're getting an idea for the figures, but then we're also getting our first look at what their designs are going to be like in the movie.
Who's his rival?
Storm Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that coat one from the movie, or
Yeah, where
Okay.
he's wearing all white and he's got like the white leather jacket, trench coat. Looking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from the movie. It's kind of lame because Storm Shadow wore basically the same thing in the other movies, and not that he didn't look cool, but it's like, come on, like, can't we move past ninjas that look like they're getting ready to ride motorcycles? What'd you say, honey? Sorry, I thought Nina called my name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, she didn't have anything to add to the Storm Shadow.
No, she didn't. But I was sort of hoping that, I don't know why, but I was sort of hoping that maybe they would look more like ninjas, like traditionally, more like baggy kind of like martial artsy outfits and stuff. But anyway, that was cool. But the other, like, I mean, yeah, there's things worth talking about other than Power Rangers just because they dropped a couple mics at this event. I mean, that Optimus Prime is insane.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. That's like next level.
Yeah. So if you missed it, Caitlin, there's an Optimus Prime, $700.
$700.
Yeah, but it transforms itself. So it transforms into a
that's
car
cool.
or into a
Semi-truck.
truck, and then it transforms back into a robot by itself.
Oh, that's cool.
Did
Yeah.
you watch the demo video that Kevin Smith did with Jason
Yeah.
Mewes? I couldn't believe. Like at first, when I was like, okay, it can transform on its own. All right, $700 though. That's a lot. That's a lot. But then I saw everything it can do,
Yeah.
and I was like, whoa! It can, like, it's app controlled, right?
Yeah.
So you get the app, and you could be like, Optimus Prime, like, do this pose, and he'll be like, yes, Autobot. And then like you can like he does way more.
Oh wow, I'm watching the video of it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he's programmed to have way more poses than I don't know why I initially did. And he has a lot of phrases like programmed in. It's like pretty legit. It's pretty,
Yeah.
and I think the thing that I was the most impressed by was that it managed to look like he does as a robot and as a truck without, sometimes with Transformers,
Wow.
it's like it doesn't really look like a cartoon when they
Mm-hmm.
transform in the toy form. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I wish it looked more like but this is so sleek. Like they hid
Yeah,
everything,
even
you know?
as a truck, it like you can't even see the like where it disconnects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm watching the video.
it's crazy cool.
Its arms, how it turns in, I was just like, so.
That's
But
cool.
did you see my thing where I was just like, it reminded me of Small Soldiers a bit because they're like,
Yes,
it
that
has
was
50
so
microchips. You know?
Yeah, like more than it definitely. It was so funny that you said that because I was thinking about that ever since you made the post. So I was like, yeah, it's like Small Soldiers. Like they're getting too smart.
Yeah.
This Optimus Prime is going to get struck by lightning and then try to kill its owner or something like that. You know, they better not ever make a Megatron or else it will turn evil. And,
Yeah. Well, you got to get everyone else now, right? You got to put out Megatron and at least Bumblebee.
and Starscream and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I
I
mean,
would want a Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I I think that they'll definitely see how this line does. I mean, it's so expensive, but it's pretty cool. And then did you hear about the lightsaber?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. So this is more like hush hush underground like
Ooh.
conspiracy stuff. But apparently at some like Disney or Hasbro meeting, I don't know, some kind of like summit type thing.
Summit. Yeah. Yeah.
Some kind of I'm imagining it was a summit.
Right.
A guy whipped out what the audience and the crowd and everyone reacting to it describes as a real lightsaber. So this guy whipped out a hilt and he pressed the button and it went and it lit up and then it went into the whole thing. That's just it's all second hand right now. So like eventually they'll be like, here it is, our new
Yeah.
lightsaber. But apparently Hasbro's just cracked the nut. They've got some new technology patented where they can make the most realistic looking toy lightsabers to date.
That makes sense. If they can make a transformer transform,
Can they do that?
they can make
Yeah,
they can make the like foldable lightsabers that go out and then back in, you know, that they can make that project and unproject by itself.
yeah. Jim sent me the patent that he thinks it's based on, which is like something that they designed for magicians' wands. Or cane, but it's really cool. It's like basically in the hilt itself, there
Mhm.
would be it would be like the actual blade would be a plastic tube that's been sliced in half, and then each half has been rolled down into like a rolled up little coil at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then they stay secure in the top of the handle of the lightsaber. And when you press the button, a fan blows it up, and there's an LED strip of lights on the inside. So as it's being blown to ignite, it's also lighting up in sequence. So it's like, and then once it reaches the top, it will give the full effect. The technology that I was looking at, like I don't think it'd be suitable for like fighting. Like you couldn't duel
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them necessarily.
yeah.
But it's going to be the most screen accurate like special effect they've ever simulated for a toy lightsaber. So
That'd
that
be cool.
that'll be cool. I want the freaking price.
That would be
tag on
fun for
that.
cosplay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's designed for cosplay in mind. I mean, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
It's like next level.
Wow. Yeah, that
Yeah.
blows all of the stuff that we're going to talk about out of the water.
Anyway, they're making the red Centurion. So.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten another like helmet, you know?
I know. Did they make the Green Ranger helmet?
No.
Just the White Ranger helmet in this one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and there was the Morphers too.
But that was they didn't announce new Morphers, did they?
No, there was like
Okay.
Walmart exclusive Morphers that's been out for a while.
Oh, right. You're just talking about things you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Power Rangers panel. Let's
Okay.
see. I'll start from how they announce things. I don't remember this guy's name. He's in all of them, but he came in and he was like, "Yo, like the game Power Rangers Legendary Battle or Battle for the Grid. We got another character reveal, and it's another Tommy, and it's like the Ninja Tommy, but
In the white?
yeah, in the white, but
Yeah.
without the weird, like
Yeah.
KKK looking stuff.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
he was like, I thought we ran out of Tommies, but there's more Tommies. You know?
Wow.
I don't know if this guy likes Tommies because I remember in the other panel, they were like comment what figures you want, and it was like Tommy, and he caught that one. He's like, people want more Tommies. I thought we had Tommies, so I think he's over Tommy.
Yeah. How many Tommies can we make? Just get them all over with, and then you don't have to worry about it again.
Yeah.
Just make only Tommies for like a year, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Do Tommy in his cowboy outfit with like the tassel jacket and the hat, and he was wearing all white.
Yeah.
Do
Well, it's funny.
Do you know that, Tommy?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that Tommy. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when the Green Ranger returns, like you could just make White Ranger, Green Ranger, like Lightning 2-pack, and they would still sell. Like we both
Yeah,
we had those
people-
figures already. You know?
Well, and also the thing about, I don't know if this is on purpose, but it seems like Lightning Collection's favorite thing to do is only get it just close to perfect.
Mm,
So whenever they release a new Green Ranger or White Ranger, like you're saying, it's almost welcome because I'm like, oh, hopefully they'll fix the one little thing that was wrong with the other one,
yeah,
or they'll incentivize it a little bit more just by having it be that much more accurate.
yeah,
Like I don't have a Green Ranger yet, so it's easy for me to say that. But if they were like, oh, here's one with 10 hands, I'd be like, perfect. Yeah, I'm glad I waited. 10 hands. Like I
yeah,
want that's the one I want. Yeah.
yeah. Here's the one with the diamonds under the chest.
Yeah, finally diamonds under the chest. But it's the American footage shield.
I
So
would
it's super.
love that.
You
I
would?
would
Oh my
eat
god.
that up. Just a crappy shield. Yeah.
It's like actual like fabric foam there, Yeah.
That's my dream. I think I would love that.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
that'd be awesome.
We should have it commissioned for your figure. Yeah.
yeah. Oh. So yeah, so there was that. There was another character. I think it's the like yellow Omega Ranger or orange Omega Ranger or something. I didn't really
Okay.
pay attention to that. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
okay.
people
Games
enjoyed
and
it.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Then they talked about the Boom Studios books that were already out, and
Yay.
and then they talked about the Lightning Collection figures.
Heck yeah. The meat.
Yes, let's talk about this red Centurion. Centurion?
I
Century.
think that is it Red Sentry?
I
Yeah.
think it's Century.
He's pretty sweet looking.
Target exclusive
Of course.
because he's red.
And when you look at the figure really close, you can tell that it's actually just a repainted Red Ranger with like a couple more details added, but like not as many as you would think, not as many as I thought when I first saw it. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is like a whole new figure. But I was like, oh, actually no, it's just the repainted like regular buck that they use for like the male Rangers in Mighty Morphin, but he's got like some additional boot
Yeah.
stuff, and then the cape, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. His helmet is really good, except the Sentry guy doesn't have a mouth.
I know. I like how they're doing two new Red Rangers with the improved helmet, and neither are like swappable for Jason. So it's like, okay, we gotta wait, I guess. When are you gonna fix him? What figure is that gonna be? You already did Dragon Shield Jason, or did they, or did they not?
They did, but it's the same helmet. I mean, that's
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
That was a Comic-Con exclusive.
Oh well, then maybe they could re-release it with a better helmet. Then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't realize that is going for like $200.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, good for you.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Blue Sentry, the Target Red Sentry looks cool. I didn't pre-order them though.
Do you think that they'll do the other Sentry versions of the Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done Ranger Slayer,
And
2 Lord
Draken.
Drakens already.
But they're not gonna make them all Target exclusive, I'm assuming.
I would think not. I would think this one is just that because it's red. They like to do a Target exclusive every once in a while.
Oh, okay. All right.
Except last year's was
The Black Dino Charge Ranger. Right?
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah.
Freaking Target.
Yeah, he's gonna be hard to find just because he's popular, I think, and people scalpers like Target exclusive. Let's buy them all.
Even the non-Target exclusives are hard to find at Target. Like you can't find anything at Target. So
I found Adam the other day.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Did you buy another one?
No, I already have 2.
Oh shoot. Well, I haven't been to Target in a while, so I guess I shouldn't say anything. But
yeah, and I saw 3
Anyway.
Leos or whatever.
right, I know.
Yeah.
All the glitter guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
The glitter guys, the metallic.
Okay, they're metallic. What's metallic and glittery like that? Nothing.
Yeah.
I can think of. They probably something.
So when they announced these ones, they're like, we did Cat, so we got to do the rest of them. Here's the rest of the team. I was like, well, there's no Tommy. You're just talking about Tommy.
Did Tommy get a sparkle mode?
No.
So okay, well then there you go.
Yeah. So there's going to be more Tommies.
More Tommies.
Yeah.
But Tommy, did he have a sparkle mode in the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so they will make a figure of it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
White Ranger Sparkle.
White Ranger Sparkle.
Yeah. I love these guys. I ordered all 4 of these.
They look real. I mean, just for the new Rocky and Aisha heads, and the new Billy head.
Yeah, new Billy. Billy looks mad.
The new Billy does look mad. He's like, I'm Billy. And I'm old and I want to leave.
Yeah.
The Rocky head is just night and day.
Oh my gosh.
Did
The
you see that?
comparison is just
Did you see
who
that,
is the other guy?
Caitlin? Yeah,
Does he what?
we got to show Caitlin.
All right, let me look it up.
Leah,
It's
look it up on our
so-
page.
Okay.
It's like someone killed Rocky and replaced him in the other figure.
Why does everyone hate Rocky so much? Like, it only makes me want to love him more.
I think that that's the same for us. But I think the problem with Rocky is that it's just unlucky. Like he happened to replace such a big character.
Yeah.
It's like why people don't like the John Walker and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Is
You
it the
know.
sparkly one?
Yeah. I have. There's a screenshot on our Instagram of all four or the new Rocky head and the old Rocky head. I can't see them. Yeah.
That's all four of them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
And
all
then
four.
there's another picture in the right next
Oh,
to
I
it.
found it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Right?
That old Rocky head. It's like, who is that?
You could use that as like an unmasked like Spider-Man goon or something.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
the heck?
I saw some people hating on the new Rocky head. Like,
Okay, it might not be 100%, but it's way better.
yeah, there were some back compliments like, it's better than the old one, but it doesn't look anything like him. I think it's
don't-
way better. It's
I don't know if I would go as far
Someone
as to
says
say it doesn't look
it's
anything
Kim
like him.
Kardashian with a buzz cut.
who?
Someone said is the Zio is Kim Kardashian with a buzz cut.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
Uh,
funny, but I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah,
I thought I'm defending Kim Kardashian. But yeah,
I think the Aisha head's kind of the weakest of the three.
Aisha doesn't look like her
Or
either.
four.
Aisha just looks like
Mm-mm.
she just looks like a person. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here's another person that isn't Aisha. Yeah.
Billy's chin is weird. It's like deformed.
Yeah. Honestly, Adam came out freaking ahead again. Yeah.
Yeah, they just reused that one because it's
Yeah.
perfect.
I know. Yeah. They're like, we're not gonna make a new Adam head. And like, he didn't even have a different haircut. We're just
I can't wait for the Adam head with the long curly hair,
oh
from
yeah, from
Turbo.
Turbo. Yeah.
I like them all. I ordered these pronto.
Why are they sparkly though?
That's their metallic mode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
Yes, because
but-
that's what I see when I see that as metallic,
I know it. Yeah.
not like sparkly Power Rangers.
Well, speaking of these, we did get an episode recommendation to watch the metallic episode, so I think that's what we'll be doing next week.
Okay.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get to know their.
Their sparkly uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called metallic, but
I'm gonna call them sparkly.
We're gonna know their origin finally. It was
Yeah,
really
it-
cool watching these episodes. Watching the episodes this week was kind of cool because I didn't know how they got the Thunder Megazords. So
Right?
they just made them.
it's I like how we'll get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like them all. Rocky looks way cool. Yeah, I like him. And then that was it for the Lightning Collection figures. Let's see what else. Oh, and then they announced the actor who is playing the
The
Gold
Yeah.
Ranger. Yeah, it looked great. I didn't know. So I think his name, I just had it up. His last name's Fight. I think his first name is Jason.
Fight.
Jordan Fight.
Hmm.
That's the actor's name. I don't remember the character's name, but it's funny how they're like, we've been hiding him the whole time. It's like, okay. Like
Yeah,
okay.
right. It's like, well,
We knew he was coming.
Yeah.
but
Did they really think they were hiding his existence? Because he was in another episode.
I think it's funny because all the other Rangers on Instagram who are part of the team are like, we can talk about him now. And they like post photos with him. And I've noticed there are photos that they've had posted before, but now it's just like a different angle or like he's now in the photo. So like
Oh.
they've taken photos with him like off to the side.
Yeah, so like it's like, well, we gotta have something to post right away. you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be like, hey, let's all take a photo, and then okay, you need to get out so we can post this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so he just like underground, it's just so funny to me. Like I wonder if he showed up a week or two later to New Zealand or just showed up at the same time because they had a shot when they all got to the airport. Like I wonder if he was like, "Don't be in the shot, get out of the way."
Well, I mean, like, think about what would it take him? What would it take, like a week for them to film every episode he's not in? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they get through it so quickly that I'm sure he might as well have gone right
Yeah.
when they went.
Especially
but-
with the coronavirus and quarantine, just quarantine them all at one time,
Yeah, right. Just do it all at once. He can get more acclimated in the meantime. I don't know. I'd like to be riding this whole pandemic out in New Zealand while I'm filming
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, New Zealand is not struggling in the pandemic anymore, so I would love to be in New Zealand right
Yeah.
now.
Damn, yeah.
But back to our Sixth Ranger. On his post, he was like, "I'm happy to be the Sixth Ranger and the first African American Sixth Ranger," and things like that. I'm like, how did this not happen before? Like,
I know, right. Well, think
For-
about. Go ahead.
no, I was just thinking like Power Rangers is so diversive. Like,
It is.
it's
mean
like
yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's funny. You think about like, oh, there's been like, yeah, Power Rangers is so diverse that you've sort of gotten like everyone has had a turn being everything, but that's not true.
Yeah.
There's always like so many different groups that, when you think about like, oh, they were left out or they weren't even like necessarily a part of the culture back then the way they are now.
Mhm.
Like I wonder
Mhm.
when we'll get like our first like LGBT character in Power
Yeah.
Rangers,
Yeah.
Um
Well, we did in the movie.
we did in the movie, right? We
We
did
did?
in the movie
Yeah.
in the Yellow Ranger, but they weren't like overt really with it, right? Other than like her saying she was gay. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't like give her a girlfriend or anything like that.
No.
So it's like they didn't like take a lot of risks in the movie.
Yeah, it was like a weird. I don't know if you. It was a weird line. It was like Zach's like boyfriend troubles, girlfriend troubles, and then
Right.
she's
it's
like,
just
yeah,
kind of, yeah.
yeah. Um,
Um
so yeah, so we've had that. But I just was shocked. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I
That's
remember when
crazy.
they were like our first like African American Pink Ranger, and that was Dino Charge like
Not
3
that long
seasons
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this is our first team that doesn't have a white guy on it, right?
Male, yes. There's
Male, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
yeah.
like a white man. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I thought that was interesting. I noticed that the other day. I was like, well, okay, wow, like we finally are here. We finally made
Wait. Well, Javi, but no, he's Mexican.
Yeah,
that's what
right?
he's
Yeah, he's
portrayed. That's
Latino.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. I think
I'm looking at the team. Sorry.
Yeah.
it's a diverse group. No, it's great. Yeah, it's good to have like multiple of this. Like, I always like. I don't want to say that. Like, I don't. I always want to watch my words. Like, I know I'm trying to say the right thing, but I'm like, I feel like I'm probably gonna say something. bad.
Right.
It's a very diverse team.
Yeah. But like
Like, we're getting-
Zato and the Gold Ranger, like usually seasons are like checking boxes. Like, okay, we got one.
They are, right.
Yeah, but to have
Mhm.
multiples like ethnicities on the same team is nice.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, like 2 African American Rangers is rare on
Yeah.
one team. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right.
I'm really liking that. I like that they're so diverse. That they are bringing in, even with the girls, you have, your kind of girly girl, and then you have a girl that's like ripping off her skirt
Mhm.
because she
Yeah.
don't play by the rules. And so even in
Yeah.
that sense, they're giving kids from every walk of life to have a Power Ranger to look up to.
I think that's always been their goal. Like if you
Mhm.
ask them, they'd be like, we're always trying to find like a group that's representing everybody,
Mhm.
and but it's nice to see them improve on it. Like it's
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
stagnating. Like, and that could be a result of Hasbro now being in charge.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But it's just cool to see them be like, yeah, well, we want to live up to that legacy in Power Rangers, and and we that means taking it that next step further.
Yeah.
Like what's diverse in 2021 is much different than in the 90s. So
Yeah.
True.
No, props to Power Rangers. I just thought that was like, we've had 30 seasons. How has this not happened before?
I know,
Yeah.
I know. I was almost kind of bummed to get the Sixth Ranger just because I want there to be more Rangers. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, this is it. Like I want there to be 11 Rangers. And
Yeah.
because they do such a good job with the characters in this season that I'm like, yeah, keep making up Rangers. Like I bet you guys would kill it.
Yeah.
Do the Dino Charge thing.
Yeah. Then lastly, they're like full on with Dino. Dino Thunder is now on YouTube.
Dino Thunder is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's watch some Dino Thunder.
Yeah.
Dino Ranger Soar.
Yeah.
Dino Thunder Roar or something.
It'd be good to watch the first 2 episodes of those. We haven't watched those yet.
Yeah.
Tommy's introduction. More Tommy.
We didn't watch the first episode of Dino Thunder. I thought we did review the first episode.
I don't believe so. No.
Maybe you
Okay.
guys just watched it for fun.
I thought we did though.
No, we've watched a lot, but we never watched the first one.
Have someone
Okay.
like, if you're listening to this, go look for us and then tell us if they've
Yeah.
done it.
And you win a prize. What
'Cause I
episode?
know I wasn't here for it, so.
What episode is this?
79.
79.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, so Dino Thunder,
Was there
that's cool.
anything else you wanted to add to that?
No. I was trying to I was like doing math. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think that's it for the news. Exciting stuff.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder the next announcement's probably not. I mean, they always do random Fan Fridays, so who knows? But yeah, we'll see.
Keep
The
you on your
leaked
toes.
wave. Here's the leaked wave you already know about.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
We were going to announce it.
Yeah, watch it. We'll always know ahead of time if they do a Fan Friday because we'll see it on Instagram before.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually glad those Sparkle Rangers didn't leak. Usually it's like a few hours before the actual thing,
Yeah.
everything starts to come out.
Like, haha, we managed to keep them secret.
Yeah.
Well, you'd think now more than ever it would be easy to do that, but like there's no actual trade show or anything.
Yeah.
Do you think they put the people that leak those things into a box like they did to Rita?
Oh, in her dumpster.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if Hasbro has that kind of power.
Speaking of Rita in a box, let's get to this week's episode.
Yay!
Yay!
The Mutiny 1, 2, and 3.
I thought they were going to be pirates.
These episodes went by pretty fast for me, though.
They did.
I felt like the second one kind of dragged on, and the first and third one were like quick. I feel like this could have been done in a 2-parter, but I feel
Yeah.
like I say that every time there's more than 2 episodes.
I watched the first one last night,
Mhm.
and I feel like I barely even remember what happened in it.
I had to rewatch the first 15 minutes of the first episode because I was like, how did this start again? You know?
I remember them
Right.
being at the 4-wheeler rally or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Was that for anything? Like, was that for? I'm sure it was for like
For
charity.
charity.
Yeah.
Their school principal was there again, finally.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah,
With the toupee on.
I don't actually remember what the point of that was though.
Yeah, there's some kind of, and it like also wasn't. It seemed like an annual thing. Like they kept like oh, we do
Yeah.
this every year.
And everyone was participating, even Bulk and Skull.
But even Bug and Skull, it was cool to do it, but it also kind of felt like it didn't really add much to the plot.
Mm.
Like
Hmm.
other than, oh, we're excusing them being out in a field, but they're always out in a field anyway. Like they could be in school and then suddenly be out in a field. So who cares? And but my favorite thing is like one of my favorite things about Power Rangers is the unmorphed fashion, like the civilian fashion, because
Yes.
they're always wearing color coordinated outfits, right?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And their day-to-day stuff we see all the time, like Billy's overalls and
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But this is like a specialty episode which required a specialty outfit, and that's always fun for me. Like what windbreaker should the Pink Ranger have? It's like, well, don't come back to me until you have 6 distinct, different looking colored windbreakers. And if they're not all, yeah. And if you don't have one of every color, then don't come back. You know,
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
My wife saw Kimberly's windbreaker and was like, I want that. I want to wear that
Yeah, it was
now.
Yeah.
cute. It was cute.
I liked a couple of their jackets. Like I like Billy's jacket too. I was like, I could wear that jacket.
I liked Tommy's. Tommy's and Jason's looked cool. Tommy's
Jason's was so. Go ahead.
Tommy's
Tommy's
was
was-
darker
Go on.
green than expected. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Tom. Sorry, I didn't. I totally thought you were gonna say something different. It was darker green, but Tommy's jacket looked like a jacket you could wear. I don't
Mhm.
think Jason's jacket is something you could wear out. Like he
Mhm.
looked like a '90s motocross sticker or something. You know.
Yeah. I definitely I like Kimberly's outfit. That
Yeah.
was my favorite by far. It was I think I liked it because it was just so bright pink. Like
Mhm.
it was just
Yeah.
like
Very pink.
if
I-
you walked into a crowd, you would not lose me.
No,
Wearing
no, no.
it.
I don't think you have to worry about that with Kimberly, even though she's
Right.
so short.
Yeah, right.
I thought it was funny that Zach kept putting his bandana on. Like sometimes it'd be for like a shot that lasted 2 seconds. And I'm like, you don't need to put your bandana on right after you took your helmet off, like unless there's something wrong. And I
Yeah.
knows. But it seemed like every time he was swapping it, I'm like, I get that the bandana is part of your helmetless look. I support that, Zach. I support that. But there's a couple times where I feel like half the time I'm looking at you putting it on. Like come on, like you know, like let's live in a world where I can suspend my disbelief. You were wearing it under the helmet.
Yeah.
Right. My favorite was Bulk's helmet because of the rainbow mohawk. That's
Yes.
what I wanted. I was
Bulk
like,
and
I want
Skull.
to. Hmm.
Skull
I
had
agree.
like a cloth, like skull. What do you side poncho looking
Oh yeah,
thing?
like a
Yeah.
sash thing going.
Yeah.
On. Yeah.
Like a Mad Max side. punch.
Yeah.
Well, their outfits are always so good. We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
So
last
it
week.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool to, again, like they get cool variants as well, like
Hmm.
more Mad Maxy crap. Like here's
Mhm.
their crazy shoulder armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just jump around. Maybe Caitlin, do you want to just give us
Yeah.
all 3
So-
episodes in a nutshell, and then we can just jump around?
So basically, we have like 3 plots going on. We have the motocross race,
Hmm.
which jumps in and out throughout the whole 3 episodes. And then we have the beginning where Zed comes back.
Zed is back. Is this the first appearance of Zed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
And he's upset with Rita, and he shrinks her and puts her in a box and kicks her out into the universe.
And
Mhm.
it looks like a little version of her prison from before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then the fight, and then all the fighting. There was a lot of fighting in these 3 episodes.
Yeah, then there was fighting.
And then they would-
Megazords.
And then in the middle of the fight, they would give up and go back to the base, and then they'd
Mhm.
go back into fighting. I feel like they did that like 4 or 5 times, where they would
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
stop in the middle of the fight and be like, "We can't beat him," and then they'd go, and then they'd
Let me
come
look at my
back.
notes.
Yeah.
But Zed decides to not take the little, what's his little name? The little creature guy that makes all the clay
Finster?
monsters. Spinster. Decides not to take one of his monsters, and he makes his own monster, which is a giant fish head piranha.
With like fish nunchucks that are also flutes. I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell? This guy is so over complicated. Like, and he like can control people's minds. Like, what's the theme here? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
And
really
freeze
understand what
things?
he can freeze things and then control things, because then he takes control of the Zords. And so now you have these 2 giant Zords wreaking havoc of
Oh,
the
man, when-
desert.
That was so cool when he made the Tyrannosaurus fight the Dragon Zord. That was
Mhm.
sweet.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
And basically the entire time they're getting their butts handed to them. Oh, and we have new putties.
The
Yes.
Z putties.
Yeah.
And these putties are much stronger, and it takes them a couple fights to realize that if they just, hit it in the center of their chest, it makes them explode.
I know. It's like, why couldn't Zed just have good putties? Like he's like, oh, mine are stronger, but they have a glaring flaw that's
Yeah.
like it's very easy to exploit, and it's yeah. Anyway, I thought that was
Yeah.
funny.
No. You're right. And because he's like making fun of the other putties, and he's like, my putties are like the best.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not really.
And
Yeah,
not really, because then they start dying.
They look
Um,
cooler, I think.
I liked
Uh,
him. I loved when they get introduced. The first one, he's like crouched and he's like,
they do a different pose. It's almost like they're mocking the Power Rangers, kind of, when they
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
did that. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the bad guys in Mario, where like if they touch you once, you die, but you could easily jump and squash them into nothing. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like it's like a Power Ranger just needs confidence. They run into a fight with Z putties, just don't even overthink it. Just hit him in the Z. But
Yeah.
like I could imagine maybe getting overwhelmed if they're that much stronger.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, I think it definitely overwhelms them in the first like fight or two, because they're
Yeah.
like used to the putties being so easy to beat,
Yeah.
and now they're a little bit stronger. And then the glaring side plot is that Tommy is like losing power with each fight and doesn't get to have a sword, and he's very sad about it.
Yeah.
I
Were
love his
they-
little line. He's like, "Those are really cool Zords."
Oh, when they get the new Zords?
When they get
yeah.
the new Zords, and Alpha's like, "It's okay, we'll figure it out."
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He
don't
still
worry,
has the
Tommy.
Dragon Zord.
He still
Yeah.
has it just doesn't work
The
as,
same.
like they said that it would work like sporadically like his powers.
Yeah.
Just leading us up to the White Ranger. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
how many episodes before this did they start doing that? Like his powers are leaving. Was that just like a season 2 thing, Doug?
I
Was
think they do that in the last season too.
in the end of season 1. Yeah.
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 So yeah, we can jump around now. Remind me, did Zed make the piranha out of a piranha, or he just made it? Do you remember?
I thought he like zapped like a water, like a fish in water,
Yeah, I
and then
think
they-
that's what happened.
and then like they have like a dialogue exchange where they're like, his name's Piranhatron or something, and then Zach and then-
Piranha's head.
yeah, then Zach is like, oh, a piranha, they eat people. Like there's like an exchange about it, and they're like,
Mhm.
oh no, it's that kind of fish,
Yeah.
but it doesn't actually
The
end up being-
man-eating one, I think, is what he says, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh
yeah.
no."
Let's see.
Who I actually really liked. I really liked the bad guy. I thought he was really funny. He just had some really good quips that just made me giggle.
And he was pretty like formidable. He almost won.
Mhm.
I was impressed with his abilities.
Yeah.
hmm
He's rumored to have a figure in the next Monster Wave.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But did you feel watching these like this, like Power Rangers season 2, like they're at the tip top of popularity and pop culture right now? Did this feel like
hmm
Power Rangers are back season opener?
It felt epic in
Mm-hmm.
some ways. I mean, it was a 3-parter,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
a lot of it felt pretty epic. A lot of it, sometimes it felt like, oh well, this is great. This is the best I could hope for.
Yeah.
You know, like
Mhm.
it's a good, but there are a couple things about it that I think held it back for me from being like my ideal experience with Power Rangers. Mostly
Mhm.
because it's like there's so much saddled into this 3-parter. Like, okay, they have to deal with the transition of power in the Megazords. They are dealing with Zed being introduced, and I feel like I'm always looking for like X amount of Sentai footage, because I
Mm.
think it really helps balance out the show. You know, it's like
Mhm.
that's where some of the best choreography and stuff comes from. And then like as they get into more specific American based plots, there's obviously less and less you can get, and
Yeah.
that's something you get in the later seasons anyway. So I think I was sort of like, wow, already in season 2, and there's only like maybe a handful of non-Megazord Sentai fights in this episode. So yeah.
Mhm.
I was actually going to give it credit for more American fights because there's a lot in these.
And they're not bad necessarily. Yeah,
No.
you're right. There was a lot. Yeah.
I felt like, and I know it was a season opener, so I feel like I gave it a bit of a forgiveness for that. But there was just, for me, there was like so much fighting. Like it was just
Yeah.
like every fight was almost the same, where they would jump in and then they'd be like, "Yeah, we can do it," and then like 2 seconds later, they're like, "Oh no, it's too strong. We need to run away."
And then we'll come back. Yeah.
It just kept having that, and I was just kind of like, just go and do your best. I was
Well,
like,
they don't.
stop running away.
Do they even use their power weapons in this?
No, they didn't use
three-parter?
any Power Ranger
No.
weapons, and they kept saying, "Oh, I can feel my power draining." And I'm like, y'all are just fighting. You're not even doing anything.
Yeah,
You're just
blast
punching
them.
and kicking. And I think that was what was frustrating me, was because all they were doing was choreography fighting. There was like no weapons. Their Megazords get like I liked the Megazords getting like controlled by the bad guy. I thought that was kind of
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Because then it really did make them feel like, oh wow, we're very small.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was 3 too many fist fights. That's my personal opinion. I felt the second episode, I was just kind of like, I was doing my makeup and kind of half listening, because it was just, I didn't have to even watch. I knew what was happening. They were just fighting.
Well, and this would have aired 3 weeks apart, right? So I'm sure it's harder for us because it's like, okay, we have to see it all as like a little movie. But
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, the second part doesn't have any, like, really any.
I think that's when Billy and Trini break off to go try and like find a way to destabilize the
Yeah, they're
swords,
gonna.
so then that becomes like a side plot.
Yeah,
but it was mostly just and then Bulk and Skull run into the fish guy, and they're like zooming apart.
I like that with Bulk and Skull's 4-wheelers getting taken over. I thought that was cool.
I like that too.
Oh, and Bulk and Skull saw the first fight, and they were like, "We're gonna try and find out who the Power Rangers are."
Oh my god,
it's funny.
I just looked it up. One, yes, it was 3 weeks in a row, so you would have had to watch this for 3 weeks.
Okay.
2, I get what you're saying. You can kind of get lost in it. I just love the choreography fight scenes. Like, that's my jam. And then 3, yes, I loved that scene because they're like competing with each other. Bulk and Skull, they have a little breakup there for a hot second.
Oh, I love their like C-3PO R2-D2 on Tatooine dance, where they're like, "I'm not going that way." Like you're going that way. Like I can't. My way is right. You know that was like so classic. Those. Yeah, I really wish that the 4-wheeler race had been featured more in the plot. Like,
why did no one notice that all six of their ATVs were just hidden off to the side?
Yeah, like they dipped out. Same with Bulk and Skull, and at the end of the episode, they come in last if it's like a race.
Yeah,
but they're not that far behind. They're not that far behind. So it kind of makes you think like, well, did they? I mean, I like that they came in last, just so they're like, well, we're not cheaters. But it's also like you could have. It seemed inconsequential that all this stuff happened in the middle of the race.
Because are you telling me that this was over a period of an hour or multiple hours or like
or 30 minutes?
How long was this race in regards to all the fighting?
Yeah, how long was everyone waiting at the finish line for this whole thing, like that you could do all, and also why even have the plot revolve around ATVs or whatever if it wasn't gonna affect their like schedule? Like it felt like they were like, okay, we got to dip out and do Ranger stuff, which is fine, but then they like came back and were able to finish the race. It's like, well, like I kind of almost wished there had been like one line of dialogue or something where they were like, don't forget, guys, if we don't finish this, then the charity gets nothing, or like something like that, just so they're like, okay, we'll go back to it. But it almost felt like, just go home now. Just go home.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like, because in just jumping a few episodes back in Dino Fury with the race, and how that showed how long the fight, because she came in last, and like people were packing up at this point.
Yeah, she was. Everyone was gone except for her dad at the finish line in Dino Fury.
Exactly, and so that shows that fight caused a lot of time to pass.
Dino Fury's getting realistic. Where
Right.
Wolverine
Whereas
getting
this one, I was like,
yeah.
are you telling me this lasted an entire day of just ATV riding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
an hour and a
Were
half.
they going in circles and like no one just noticed that the 8 of you guys, including Bulk and Skull, just didn't happen to pass the loops every single time?
Yeah.
Right.
I have a lot of unanswered questions in this
Yeah.
episode.
Well, it's
Maybe-
also like, oh, sorry.
I was gonna say maybe they all had adventures and we didn't know it.
Yeah.
We all got lost. What were we gonna say, Doug?
Well, I was just gonna say the citizens of Angel Grove are so used to monster attacks that the T-Rex and giant fish head, the Zords died and came back, and new Zords happened, and then there was another fight scene, and the people were still waiting at the end of the line for
Yeah.
this race.
I
Yeah, they're
mean,
like-
the Earth cracked open and ate up Zords. How is no one running to their home and being like, the Zords are dying, we need to go?
Yeah,
Like,
like how
I'm sorry,
big is-
there's molten lava coming out.
Yeah, right. And you would even if they like even if you gave them benefit of the doubt, like oh the ATV races like on the edge of Angel Grove, that would cause a massive earthquake. Like Caitlin is saying, you could see magma. Like that's crazy. Like that earthquake would level Angel Grove. There'd be nothing left.
And the
Like-
crack is never mentioned again. Like no one is they're
yeah.
just focused on the fact that the Zords were eaten up, but like no one is like, oh my god, like the earth has cracked open. Like
There's
how are
something-
we not dead?
There's something magical in Power Rangers how the floor or the ground will crack open all the time and then just seal back up and it doesn't affect the earth. It's just like, yeah, they're just
Because
done a
that's what
dozen,
happens.
You know, yeah,
That's
Yeah.
real
par
life.
for the course.
I didn't
It
realize
was-
that scene bothered me as much as it did until we started
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
about it.
And that was ridiculous. Yeah.
Well,
I remember watching it and being like, "That's silly," but like
Yeah.
as soon as we started talking about, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
yeah. At first, I did think they were gonna come in first place, and I was gonna
Me
lose
too.
my mind.
I'm glad they came in last place, but even their timing in last place made no sense.
Yeah, it's like they still managed to time it right where no one's time was wasted. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I like how Tommy and Kimberly shared a bike and Bulk
And
and
she's like,
Skull.
I'm driving.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh, I liked how Bulk's reasoning is like, oh, there's the power, there's the goons is like the Tommy and Jason, all their bikes are just there, and they're like, I bet that monster scared them away, and the Power Rangers came and saved the day, like unrelated.
Yeah, it's
I-
like staring at them right in the face, and they. Just
I
can't
laughed
see
at
it.
the moment when he was like, "Yeah, they were like hiding behind the bush, and they're like, oh yeah, go Power Rangers, we love you," and he's like saying that how the team would never like them as
gang,
like
yeah.
the gang
Yeah.
would never be able to handle this, right?
Mhm.
And
Right.
just as he says that, Jason goes, "Here, Tommy." Like really
Oh, does
loud.
he?
I'm like, how did you not? Yes, he actually says Tommy, and I was like, you literally have Bulk and Skull like not even 10 feet away from you, and you're just spouting off your names.
Well, they do that
Like-
a lot. They don't call each other like Yellow Ranger in battle, but they
Yeah.
should. They should.
Mhm. I thought but that segue just made me laugh because it went from Bulk and Skull making fun of the gang of how they wouldn't be able to handle this
Yeah.
to Jason literally saying, "Here you go, Tommy."
Here you go, Tommy. Yeah, we got us, the gang, have got this.
Yes, us, the gang. You don't know it's us. It just makes me laugh.
We do
And
this all the time.
does Tommy, or not Tommy, it's Jason. Does Jason change his voice, or is that just how he talks and I've just never noticed it? But his voice gets deeper like Batman when he's the Red Ranger.
I
Because
think
when
he
he talks
does
to
put on
Bulk
a
and
voice.
Skull, he like goes all Batman.
Ah.
Yeah, Jason does kind of put on a voice sometimes
Hmm.
when he's talking. When he's morphed, or he can be like, "All right, we got this."
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he definitely can kind of put on something that I don't know, maybe just he finds that in him when he's doing the ADR later. He's like, no,
Mhm.
I found the passion. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together. That he does do that. I mean, I knew he did that, but like,
You don't notice
yeah,
it.
it is like Batman though. It's funny.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
also I noticed because there was so much fighting, I kept hearing it and I realized
Mm.
what it was. Because normally there's only like one maybe 2 fights in an episode.
Yeah.
But because there was so many like fight scenes, I started hearing it. And just go and listen to Tommy during a fight scene. It is the funniest thing because you can hear him going, "Hua, hua."
Oh, there.
I just-
Yeah.
He's the only one that does it. Everyone else is like, making grunts and like punching noises and stuff, but he literally is going, "Hua, hua." Like, what are you doing, Tommy?
Yeah.
His
he
signature
definitely-
Kai's.
He's got his signature
right?
key eyes. Yeah. I mean, like that's the thing about Jason David Frank, who plays Tommy, is that he's like a real martial artist.
Mhm.
So they're all about their like authentic key eyes.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
something. It's almost kind of like an acquired taste in like martial arts stuff. Because
Mhm.
like I used to think Bruce Lee sounded so silly as a kid, like his yelping and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like as an adult, like or even just as like a teenager getting into his movies again, it was like, no, that sounds awesome. You don't get it. Like it's badass, you know? Yeah. So it's kind of funny.
No, it's
but-
definitely that. It just makes me laugh that he's the only one that does it. And I didn't know
Yeah.
he was a real life martial artist. So now that makes so much more
Oh
sense.
yeah, he's like, yeah, oh my god, Jason David Frank is crazy about martial arts.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense because he's the only one that does it. And I was just hearing it because I was again putting makeup on, so I wasn't fully like watching. I could just hear it, and I was like, "What is that noise? Who was doing
Right.
that?" And then I would realize it was Tommy's voice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, he's a beast actually in real life. I just looked up his MMA record again, and he's like undefeated. So,
wow.
yeah. But yeah, him and Jason have like real key eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm
Well-
sorry for making fun of you.
No.
It just made me giggle the entire time.
No, I get it. I like how Tommy is just like, I'm gonna put the Dragon Sword back in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Uh,
love when he goes in to rescue them and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, the Dragon Zord will help us." And then shows up and it looks so cool, and then it's like, "Oh, now it's mind controlled." Okay.
And then the Zords are just, why were they made? They were just like,
That part
Um,
was so silly. Like, I mean, the Power
and
Rangers is
confusing.
silly.
I was very lost.
But when Billy was like, "What's like Zordon's like what does he say? He's like, you guys will have to get ready for new Zords, like with the power of thunder or something." And then Billy's like, "The power of thunder?" Like, yeah, and then Zordon's like, "I'll explain. Well, let's go outside." And then he just proceeds to not explain.
No.
He's like, "All right, guys, here it is, the Thunder Megazords. Jason, you got the dragon." And then it's like, if I was Billy, I'd have been like, wait, hold on. But the thunder, though, like, where does the thunder come in? Like, did you meet thunder? And it was like, hey, these Megazords, like, or are they powered by thunder? Like literally, thunder is a sound. So are they powered by lightning? Like, what's I don't know. I thought that was so funny. Like confidently Zordon was like, "Don't worry, it will all make sense when we go
And then it
outside."
never does.
And then he was like, "You get a lion, and you get a griffin, and you get a unicorn."
Yeah. And then Tommy, you get nothing, and he looked really disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim keeps going, "So what does Tommy get?"
Yeah.
Nothing. He
Yeah.
gets
It's like,
nothing. He's too
We don't want your
weak.
boyfriend hanging out anymore.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, Jason was so happy. He's like, I get the freaking dragon. Like,
Yeah.
and you
Yes.
get nothing.
What do
Yeah.
you get, Tommy?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was funny when the Dragon Zord was still good and it was fighting the evil Tyrannosaurus Megazord. I was sort of thinking, like, I wonder if Jason is watching this secretly, like, I hope that Tyranno wins. Like, even though Tyranno's the bad guy, he's like, yeah, but if Tyranno wins, then my Megazord's still the strongest. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I would just be thinking that line, like, okay, they saved Tommy's best for last. He's gonna get some freaking like Griffin, Dragon, Thunderzord, something.
I know. When you think about it, even though the White Tiger Zord is so badass and is like crazy cool and can do a bunch of cool stuff,
Yeah.
a white tiger isn't necessarily more impressive than like a lion or a dragon or some of the other things, you know.
Yeah. His was way better though than the like one of the Griffins by itself.
Oh,
You know?
those guys suck. I mean, honestly, I still think the White Tiger Zord's the best. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really loved the Jason's dragon that turns into a soldier
A-
guy.
person.
Yeah,
Oh
person,
yeah,
yeah.
that was cool.
I like
Um,
Zach's lion too.
Yeah. I think Kimberly's becomes like the ninja dress thing instead of the shield, like the chest piece. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Uh, but it was like an epic Power Rangers moment where when they say go outside and they do the shot of them walking with their helmets in their
Yeah.
arms.
That was
Mhm.
cool.
That was
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I like back to action when their like helmets are off. They teleport and their helmets are back on. Like that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And then Lord Zed, his
And Zed.
introduction.
Yeah.
I can imagine if you were a little kid seeing this for the first time that Lord Zed would look pretty scary.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Venom.
He's kind of got with the teeth and
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His like
Kind of looks like
claws.
Venom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's scary. Like he's more viscerally scary, I think, than other Power Ranger bad guys because Zed is like exposed
Muscle.
anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anatomy.
like human anatomy, you know?
Yeah.
His snake is his staff. I forgot about that.
Oh, it turns into the Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah. I
Goldar is such a turncoat. Like what the hell?
I know. I was about to say he's such a suck up. Oh, he's
He
such a
knows
yes
where
man.
power has shifted. He's like, bye, Rita.
Yeah, I was like, what
And
the
the
hell,
other two are like
Goldar?
hiding behind a door, like watching through the keyhole. They're like,
I know. Oh
"Let's
my
watch."
god, Squat and Finster. Squat and Babu don't do anything. Like they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this was probably their last appearance. They're pretty much out after this.
Because there's no. Yeah, because they were all Sentai footage.
Yeah.
basically.
Well,
what
it was
happened to
funny because
Scorpina?
She was in one scene and she had a line. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Wait, she was
Scorpina
in. Scorpina was here?
in episode 1.
Yeah.
She
Oh, I
showed up
missed
for a
her.
second, and then they're like, okay, and then she probably dipped out when she saw Zed. She's like, oh no!
Oh, I totally missed Scorpina.
Yeah. She
she's
turns
like-
to Goldar and she's like, "We're gonna defeat them," or
And she
like.
sounds like a man. Like it doesn't sound like her
Oh,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
And then Lord
But
Zed
yeah,
shows
I
up.
didn't even know that was Scorpina for some reason.
Yeah.
She probably has beef with Zed.
She's
Yeah,
like, I'm
she's
out.
bailed. But then
I wanna-
Zed brings her back and he's like, "Hey, I need you to date this kid."
Yeah, right. Yeah, go date Adam next season.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny too that Rita, like, how long until they are in love?
Yeah.
know?
It's so funny because I was thinking that too because he was like, "Rita sucks."
Yeah, he hates Rita.
Yeah. I just think, and then Goldar, he's like, "You seem like a groveling suck up. You'll be
Yes.
fine. You know,
Yes, master.
you'll be loyal."
But he gives him back his wings.
Yeah, he did give him back his wings.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. They all become bumbling idiots. Every person in that room.
Even
In-
Zed. Yeah.
Yeah. Even in like in 10, 15 episodes, they'll all be bumbling idiots.
Yeah. Everyone's comic relief.
Yeah. Anything else that stood out? I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna look at my notes. Oh, there were a couple lines where like I thought it was funny when they got their new Zords. They were so stoked about it. But I'm like, come on, you guys. These are lame. Like I know that you're supposed to be positive and stuff, but you can't be sitting here telling me that these are better and improved Zords when your old guys look like your costumes. Like number one, they match, and number two, like Billy, come on, you had a Triceratops. You're cool with your unicorn without a horn now.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a unicorn.
It doesn't even look like a unicorn. It's like some like weird like
horse
water.
And
No,
yeah,
it's
it's like
not-
a
it's not like a-
merry-go-round horse.
thing. Yeah.
It kind of looks like what I think the Loch Ness monster would look like as a Zord.
Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing with especially Trini's and Billy's is their
look
previous Zord, the same. Yeah, they look the same. The Sabretooth, like I remember it fighting in one scene once on its own.
They're cool. They're
Yeah.
awesome. The Dino Megazords are way cooler. There's
Yeah.
just no
Mhm.
comparison.
They stand on their own. Billy's and
Yeah.
Trini's look like they're the feet of the Zord, but they also turn into like they have a head. You
Yeah,
know?
they have bodies like, and they're also like formidable, like a Triceratops or a saber-toothed tiger robot would be. Like
Yeah.
these guys have like weird mechanical necks, like those like feeding birds,
Yeah.
and they don't even have anything else. Like they don't have feet. They don't have guns. Like maybe if they were really like a robot griffin and a robot unicorn, they could at least like gallop and stab things and like griffins or lions combined with freaking birds. You know, like that would be crazy power. But they're like, nah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they should have gotten new costumes.
Yeah, I'm not a
too.
fan of the the Zords.
Yeah. It's
Um,
because
yeah.
these Zords that they use, they're from the White Ranger Sentai,
They're
right?
from the White Ranger Sentai, yeah.
I don't get why they just didn't move them over and
Just give them all new costumes and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
weird
Maybe 'cause they-
decision.
Maybe because they didn't want to have to make new toys or something. But
No, that seems like the perfect reason.
I know, sell new toys.
Yeah.
The one thing though, if we're done talking about this episode, is when they're like but there's one thing I don't know, like what happened to Rita, you know? And then Alpha is like let me show you. And like he Alpha shows them that Rita's stuck in her little mini dumpster floating in space.
Mm-hmm.
And she's singing 99 bottles of slime on the wall.
Yeah.
Which in itself, I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. Rita's evil and she likes bottles of slime, like, and she's bored. But then, like, the thing that just tipped it over and made it so bizarre was Zordon singing along.
Oh, I forgot.
His
Yeah.
face.
And it's like, 99 bottles of slime. Like, Zordon, is that you? Yeah. And it was like, I was like, one of two things is happening. Either Zordon thought that was catchy and so you started singing it, or number two, he's just straight up mocking Rita, which like we've never seen him do anything that petty before.
I
So
thought he was mocking her.
I thought
Really?
it was, but we've never seen him do anything like that before.
But his face, though, he was like 99 bottles of slime on the wall.
No,
and
it
his eyes
sounds
got
like
all
that.
big, and I was like, wow, mean much.
And you could actually like kind of see his lips and chin move, which you never really get to see before. But I don't know, like it sounds like mocking, but that just almost seems hard to believe because I'm like, Zordon, you're like Yoda. Like, why would you do that? No, but yeah, but like, no,
Alpha sings it. Do the Rangers sing it? They just laugh and then they
they're just
freeze frame,
laughing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Uh,
laugh. They don't sing. It's just Zordon being a little.
What a bizarre. You got to put that isolated on Instagram, just that clip of Zordon. singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's weird. Zordon, every episode is weird, man.
He's so weird. He's
Yeah.
asleep half the time, and he's like, "Oh, what? Oh, yes, power. Oh, I know this ancient evil. Be careful. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap again."
Yeah, I thought the Thunder Megazords had more of a beginning.
Yeah, like Quest for Thunder. There was
Yeah.
nothing like that. There was nothing like
No.
that.
Yeah.
And I love that they got to see the Zords, and the Zords are like in the sky and they're like waiting on standby. But of course, like Zordon's like, well, you can't have them yet because you have to go save the other Zords. Well, that's not going to help anyone.
Yeah, and also Tommy's gonna charge. Okay, we'll see you later.
Let me make your guys a living hell.
Yeah.
I gotta shoot lightning at Tommy for a little bit.
What did you what did you think about gosh, what was I just gonna say? Zords. Oh, when like the other Zords like looked like they had a painful death. They were like screaming.
Yeah, but they're
Well,
not
they're
really
going into
dead.
molten lava.
Yeah, I know, but so they're like sentient?
I thought we talked about that before, that they are kind of sentient,
Yeah.
but they're not really dead though.
Yeah,
Like,
because they
so they
I
come
don't
back later. Yeah,
yeah.
That's yeah.
I still give it a thumbs up. I like it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it was okay.
it could have been a two-parter.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like 3-parters are sometimes a little excessive. But yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I
fell
liked it.
asleep part 3 and I had to rewind it. I was like, what happened? What?
uh, so thanks to AIDS.
What?
Let me AIDS. Let me read that.
We are
the-
your age. Yes, we aid you every episode. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's their name on here. Sorry, Aid for recommending that episode. For that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
they
Thanks for
recommended a
aiding
few.
us.
Yay!
Yeah.
There you go.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Ch.
It's kosher now.
Yeah. We appreciate it. My shout outs are always so very well planned, as you can see. Yeah.
He's really earning this shout out.
Yeah. No, but we appreciate it. Thank you. And we will. They've been a great listener and recommended episodes before.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So next week we'll have we have another recommendation, which is the metallic episodes.
Yay!
episode.
Get ready for the metallic.
If they're sparkly and not actually metallic, I'm going to laugh.
They are. They're glitter. They literally glitter. They wear glitter.
So
Yeah.
they're not metallic. They're just
No.
sparkly.
Yeah. I think it's Rocky and Adam at this point. I don't think Jason be seen in any glitter. Yeah.
No, it's like what you would imagine the Power Rangers would wear for like an ice, like if they did like an ice skating show. Like that's what they would wear.
Yeah.
They're like Power Ranger Elsas. Let it
Basically.
go.
Yeah.
Stop right there, Lord Zed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that question once of what would a Power Rangers musical look like.
We
I'm surprised
did.
they haven't done one.
I know. Yeah.
Did we talk about the Pokemon musical when we talked about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Sweet. I think that's it for this week. Lot covered, and then we'll be back next week. Oh, the sparkly one is a 2-parter, I believe. So
Yay!
Two-parter.
yeah,
More time to watch Power Rangers and not do other stuff.
yeah.
But
I
do it
wouldn't
for
be
me.
surprised if it's a 3-parter. Let me look it up right now.
Okay.
Do you think it's a 2 or 3-parter?
I'm gonna say 2,
I'm gonna say 2 as well.
but knowing
Oh,
my
you
luck,
said-
it's probably 3.
You said it so confidently before.
Oh, I got mail. Thank you.
Who'd you get?
I got a handful of nothing.
Oh.
Welcome to
Boo.
parenthood.
Yeah. But I love it very much. I don't know. I can't find it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, next week, metallic. I wouldn't be Kaylin, throw some glitter on your face or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
with sparkly eyeshadow.
yeah.
I am wearing sparkly eyeshadow, but the lighting just doesn't show it.
Okay, well then you're ready for next week.
There,
Yeah.
next week. There you go.
I'll just do it.
Sweet. Until next week, it's not less phenomenal. It's more phenomenal.
phenomenal. Oh, Billy says more phenomenal in this episode.
He
Catch
does.
it?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when he says it?
No.
I think it's when they see the Zords for the first time, and he goes, "More phenomenal."
He and Kimberly are like best friends, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. We'll see you all next week.
All right. Peace.
Bye.